Yo, mi gente. We are here.
Wait, what does that even mean?
Mi gente, like my people in Spanish.
Mi gente.
Mi gente. That's what
I
it
don't
means.
think I've ever heard that before.
Really? Shout out to my Latino community out there back in America. It's not huge.
Something new every day. Am I right?
It is not big here in Australia, but it is what I am, who I am.
Yeah. Wow. Shout out to everybody in the chat today. Hey, I hope we got some good feedback from yesterday's podcast. We really enjoyed it. I'm glad that you guys liked it. We covered late round sleepers or steals, the sequel, because we've done that before, but we found some more for you. And we also had a little disagreement about Saquon Barkley. So it'll be interesting to see where Saquon goes in this mock draft for everyone who did listen to yesterday's podcast. If you don't know, we do have a podcast available on all platforms.
That's correct.
Who's in the chats here? Let's have a look. Shout out to Tiz TV. Tiz TV found us, I believe, yesterday and say, you know what? This shit is great. Let me subscribe.
Yep,
appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to Tiz TV.
Chase says it's Tuesday. If you guys listen to the pod, literally any day it is. It doesn't matter. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. It's Friday. Don't matter. Early gang, what's up, Brian? He said, when are my Browns going to get a graphic for these mocks? I'm pretty sure we've had the Browns up there.
I think, bro, honestly, I lost track of all the teams.
Yeah, I know. We were trying to do every team possible. Hey, 17 people watching or whatever. Could you do us a massive favor? Could you drop a like on this video right now? Okay. That's just going to help us reach more people. You're going to show us some love.
That's right.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let's see if we can hit 30. We always try and get 30 on a live stream.
Yeah.
Most of the time it doesn't happen, but a lot of times you guys come through, which is awesome.
That's right. Make sure you
and
follow
even people
on
who
Twitch.
watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I would say make sure you follow on Twitch as well. That really helps us out.
Yeah.
We're trying to get affiliate right now. And if you are in the Twitch world, if you know anyone in the Twitch world that loves fantasy football, tell them to follow us, twitch.tv/fantasylandfootball. Once again, it helps us out to kind of grow the community. We're trying to get the people on Twitch right now. So we're growing there really slowly.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I actually love all of you guys. Like, I know that sounds weird, but genuinely, like, I just love that there are people who love fantasy as much as us, and we can just come and hang out with them. Like, it's just good to know that there's people who like believe in what we're doing. And they're like, hell yeah, like I'm gonna be here for this. So I appreciate y'all. So give yourself a round of applause today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself a round of applause.
Dang, I don't know what the round of applause one. There we go. Come on, talk it up.
I didn't hear anything, but maybe that's because you haven't muted for me. Shout out Ryan. Shout out Angel. Shout out Syrinds. Billy. I'm just making sure I shout everyone out first. Daniel's here. Perks here. Ryan, I said. Mark H said, hi guys, how's it going tonight? Good. Daniel said, how are you guys? Wow, everyone's actually asking how are we doing?
You know, I'm feeling...
It's not like, hey, tell me what to do with this player. It's how are you guys? That hits different, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, I was feeling a bit under the weather yesterday. I had my second vaccine shot yesterday.
Yeah, the second vaccine.
My second vaccine shot, and it just took me out. You know, I was nasty yesterday.
That hit different for you.
But today, it's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new day. My dog chewed my black headphones.
Hey, I just want to quickly talk about what Ryan said in the chat. He said the pod was hilarious. Badaki just saying, I'm comfortable drafting him because he's Saquon Barkley.
You know,
I'll be honest, guys. We had an argument about that argument after the podcast. I was like, bro, like, what points did you bring to people? I'm like telling all the points of people why they shouldn't, and you're like, he's Saquon Barkley.
It was because I was completely thrown off. Because if you guys know, we tried to, do our podcast scripts separately. So I don't know who he's choosing. I don't know what he's saying. Because usually what we used to do is just put it all together in one paper. And then you can kind of peek and see what he's going to say. And he can see what I'm going to say. So we figured out we do it differently. Every podcast, we have two separate scripts. One for me, one for Zach. And I thought Zach was going to talk about why he was scared of like the offensive line, why, Daniel Jones, his injury. I thought he was going to talk a lot about his injury, not about his ADP and like why he was scared to take him there.
Yeah. I was like,
so I was completely
honestly, when I was
thrown off.
prepping, I was like, hell yeah, bro. I've literally nailed exactly why I'm worried about Saquon. And then Badaki's like, I don't know, man. I kind of get where you're coming from, but he's Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I say to that? Like, what do I say to that on this podcast to like continue a conversation?
I completely was like, yeah, like I understand why you're scared. But the reason why I'm taking him because I know he's super talented and because he's Saquon Barkley. Once again, I was completely thrown off. But we had a conversation about those type of scripts and for us to kind of have more of rebuttals and stuff. So it's still a learning process, and that's what's fun about being a young podcast, a young little community. We're learning together. So that's fun.
100%. All right. 20 people watching the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got 3 people over there on Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Could you do us a massive favor right now? Could you just drop a like on this live stream or follow if you're on Twitch there? Let's see how many likes we can get together. Quick note: after this mock draft, this is crucial for everyone here to know. After this mock draft, we are going to reveal the order for our follower redraft league, for our first follower redraft league. Okay. So I've got all the names here in a nice little hat. Okay. And Badaki's got all the numbers. So if you guys know how we do it, we count down. One pulls out a number, the other pulls out a name, and then voila, we have a draft order reveal. We will do that for the Alpha redraft league at the end of this mock draft. So stay tuned. It's always fun. Everyone's saying you can't argue with. He's Saquon Barkley. Hey, I really appreciate the energy in the chat right now. Big love to you guys. Some people talking about drafting at the 12. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah.
Why don't you just stream on one platform though? Don't you guys think you're taking away from some viewers on YouTube? So I guess the thought process there is there's actually a lot of people who prefer Twitch or who are constantly on Twitch. So we don't want to take away from YouTube. We just want to find maybe a new audience of people who might be interested in the community over there on Twitch as well. So we're not trying to take anyone away from YouTube. If you love this, if you're like, oh no, YouTube's my vibe, stay on YouTube. All good, you know?
Yeah, it's just
want to
really,
open up the options for people.
Yeah, it's giving the opportunity for people to watch because some people aren't a fan of YouTube and some people are a fan of Twitch. So that's really it.
A lot of people asking, has this mock draft started? No. Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to join tonight's mock draft, the one that we are about to do right now, how do people do that, Badaki? They need to be in our Discord.
That's right, in our Discord, solo.to/fantasyland.
I'm going to paste it in the chat right now. The link.
Yeah, Zach is going to put in the chat. That's the easiest way to join our Discord, and we will be putting that in the mock draft tab on Discord. So open that up and then just wait on there. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit delayed. We're going to wait a little bit. So if you guys want to get ready, make sure you go there. If you're not in our Discord, make sure you join that right now. Go to the mock draft tab. We're going to be dropping that link in there very soon. So
someone's commenting in the general community. Y'all got to make sure when you comment in the Discord that you go in the right channels. Like there's specific channels for specific things. So we're going to drop the link in the mock draft channel, guys. How it works if you haven't been here before, okay? The way it works is we drop a link and then it's fair game. Okay, we drop a link in the mock draft channel here on Discord, and then it's fair game. Whoever gets in, gets in. And then most people would just stay and watch because it's still a fun vibe. So it's a redraft league tonight, PPR 12-man. We're pretty excited about it. Should we go ahead and pop it in there?
That's right. Make sure you go to Discord right now. We're giving you a heads up. No more excuses.
Link to join tonight's mock draft.
Here we go.
All right, people, you know where you need to be. Oh, I just put solo.to. Let me grab this link. All right, guys. It's about to go down.
It's about
Here we go.
go.
You want to switch to the other screen? Let's see how quickly this bad boy fills.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to swap over now. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Here
3,
we go.
2, 1. There it goes. Let's see.
There we
Let's
go.
see who gets in.
Chase is always first.
One's full, two's
Here we go,
full.
Tiz. We're in the TV.
Three's full.
Cold World.
We got
Steve
4
Perkins.
spots
We got
left.
Billy.
We got 2
T-Sox.
spots, 1 spot, and we are
got
full.
Angel,
We are
Tebow.
completely full, people.
Here we go.
If you missed out, that's okay. Don't stress. We have 3 more mock drafts next week.
Yeah. We're not doing a mock draft tomorrow. Remember, we're doing a live Dynasty draft with the community. So if you stay tuned for that, crazy trades. But yeah, next week we're going back to 3.
That's right. So tomorrow night we have a real draft with our follower leagues. By the way, if you want to play in a league with us or with our followers, with our community, you can do that. There's a link that's in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. It's patreon.com/fantasylandfam. Guys, these leagues are filling up, okay? Dynasty, we have like 5 spots left in our last Dynasty League. So if you want to play Dynasty, now's the time to join. If you want to play in a Dynasty League with us this year. I don't think we're going to do more than the league that we currently have left to fill. Redraft, we also have spots. When you go to that link, there's 3 different options to play, okay? The first one is redraft. The second one is Dynasty. And the third is both, if you want to play in both of those leagues. So there's a deadline. The deadline is August 15th. But as soon as these leagues fill, it's kind of like it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So don't linger too long if you want to get in on those. All right. So,
Okay.
by the way, I don't think we've had Ale in the chat before. So shout out to Ale.
Yeah, shout out to everyone. I think Raymond G is new as well. I haven't seen Raymond in the chat.
True.
So shout out to you guys. Thank you. If you guys haven't followed or subscribed already, please do so. That really helps us. And drop a like. That also helps us. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess that's it. Right?
Yeah. Is there gonna be mock drafts tomorrow? No. Wow, filled up crazy yet. So 1 minute picks to start, and then it will be a 30 seconds about halfway through. Okay, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy started. Again, it's a redraft PPR mock draft 12-man. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and 6 bench spots. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy started here.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be typical running backs off the board. Should we talk about some news? Some crazy stuff happened. Not crazy, but
yeah. Well, the whole Nelson from the Colts. That is actually a pretty big deal. I wasn't too worried about Jonathan Taylor, but after seeing the Quentin Nelson injury, he's one of the best linemen in the league. That definitely adds some worry for me personally on Jonathan Taylor, a guy I've loved all offseason. It's really actually frustrating for me because you've had all these takes about how you don't like Jonathan Taylor, and now it's like everything is happening to make sure that he doesn't succeed. I still think he's going to be great, but and I'm not going to move him down significantly, but I am going to consider other people over Jonathan Taylor that were surefire picks for me before these injuries to the offensive line and to Carson Wentz.
Yeah. I think for me, yeah, that definitely hurts. I think where I have him, I'm still comfortable. I think I always had him in the spot where I was comfortable taking him, even with all these injuries with Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson. I think I'm okay still taking him in my position. I think I have him as my RB 13 for redraft leagues. So that's just that's where I'm comfortable taking him. You know, I think where people take him at the absolute best is his ceiling.
I'm in such a terrible position right now. I got Saquon, who I don't want to draft this early. I have Jonathan Taylor, who I would, but I'm worried now. And I have Nick Chubb, but it's a PPR league. Oh my God, I hate this.
Yeah, Kendall.
I hate this.
Kendall. He said, "I quit. I'm done trying to join mock drafts when drafting. This is what we're gonna do. Next mock draft. We usually don't do this." But for you, because I know it's been really hard for you to get in specifically, we're going to send you a message.
Bro, I'm sorry.
We're going to send you a message, and we're going to have you in the mock draft before anyone comes in, okay? I know that's really hard.
And by the way, we have figured out how to actually make that work now.
Yeah.
You're not going to get kicked. I'm so sorry, Kendall. That happens.
I know. I think Kendall's probably the only guy that I've seen multiple times that still hasn't gotten in. So we'll send you a message next time we go, and then so we can get you in, because we definitely feel bad. You're definitely on the top. We
definitely want you in one of these, Kendall. I'm sorry, bro. Miami Heat are going crazy in free agency. They really are. They're stacking up. Chase says if you PM them beforehand that you haven't been in one, they can get you in. That is true. If you message us before a mock draft happens and you say, I've never been in one, we will make sure you get one. We promise. Let's see. The thing people are crazy on Najee is because of volume. Even without Nelson, the Colts line is better than the Steelers. I get it. No, I get it. But it's the combination of losing your starting quarterback and one of your best offensive linemen. So there should be slight worries there because there were plans put in place this offseason that now you have to rethink. I'm still going to take Jonathan Taylor in the first round, no doubt. Like, someone just took him at the 10. I think that's great. But for me, I hate being at the 6 spot just there, by the way. Like, choosing between Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor, Barkley, and Eckler. I hate being there. I despise it. So I hate it. Chase is asking, was Elliott my best pick there, Zach? I was struggling. Yes, I think Zeke is definitely the right pick there, in my opinion. Yeah, people might have other opinions, but I would have taken Zeke. What about you?
I would have taken Zeke there too. I like Zeke in that position. Or I mean, at the time, I still am happy to take Saquon at that position as well. So I definitely love Zeke. I definitely love Zeke this year. I'm really high on him. I think he's gonna have an amazing bounce back. Let's not forget that offensive line was hurt last year. Dak was hurt last year. Everyone got injured. Come on, man. I think he's gonna come back and be strong, in my opinion.
Come on, man.
Talk it
He's
up. Change the
Saquon
atmosphere.
Barkley. He's Saquon Barkley. What do you say to that?
Bro, I was. I mean, I say it again. I was just completely thrown off on like what I was gonna say there. Let me bring up my rankings.
Shout out to everybody watching right now on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out today on a Tuesday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tuesday night. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that Devontae fell to the 12 spot as well. I personally feel like he will probably go either 8, 9, 10. But then you have to think Kelsey's like a lock for the first round as well. So it does make it relatively difficult. Badaki's got 2 NFC East running backs. One's a star. One's kind of just injury prone. No, I'm just kidding. Jokes.
One's a wide receiver. Another one is just a superstar.
Wait, can we talk about how shit Madden's ratings are? Like,
I'll be honest
Madden
with you.
has Marlon Mack in 83 overall this year.
Change the atmosphere because they know that he's going to bounce back.
82. And they don't even have Antonio Gibson in like the top 15 amongst running backs. Like they have him as like an 80 or something. Madden is like completely unaware of the NFL sometimes with their rankings. It's ridiculous. I thought I would like drafting at the 6th spot, but so far I absolutely hate it. Like I genuinely hate it.
You're actually in the middle where like you can get good
which
people.
Is typically great because people fall to me. But now it's like, oh my God, I just hate all these decisions I have to make. Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift. Or, I mean, there's wide receivers on the board, but oh my God, this is disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's okay.
All right, what do my rankings say? Let's see. All right, my rankings say I got to go get my boy Joe Moneybag Mixon. But if I actually had to start a draft like this with Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon, I would probably go into depression straight away. But it is what it is. Shout out to the 21 people watching on YouTube. If you guys can drop a like, we're going to try and get to 30 likes on this live stream.
Mm-hmm. That would definitely help us.
Maybe with your help, we can do it. Right?
Yeah, we're actually pretty pumped. This is a huge week for us. Every week leading up to the season is a big week.
Mm-hmm.
First live mock draft with the boys, or live draft with the boys.
Yeah.
Next week, just crazy content. I think the week after we have a draft as well.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame game.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
isn't that Thursday, is that right? Thursday in America?
Thursday night in America, Friday morning here in Sydney, Australia. I'm pumped. I'm pumped just to see the boys to get back on the field, the crowds in the stands, the announcers.
Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
What's up, Lakers? Welcome to the stream, my G. Hope your day's been good. Not a fan of the AFC North, LOL. AFC North. We're going to do AFC North predictions. Actually, not today's podcast, but tomorrow's. So we have 3 podcasts this week. The first one was late round steals, which we just released last night. The second one is going to be overhyped players. So essentially, let me look at this. Give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, yesterday was late round steals. Today is the overhyped train on the podcast, which we're going to record after this live stream. Will be available later. And then the day after that is AFC North predictions. So
yeah,
it's going to be a good week. Lots of content this entire next month and a half. We're going to be literally killing ourselves to get content out.
Yeah.
I was so tired yesterday because I edited so many videos. But I was like, you know what? It's a season, baby. I'd rather have this problem than have no football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting how kind of everything's working out. This time last year we were like, man, what are we gonna do? This time last year we were thinking about doing this podcast.
We were thinking about starting fantasy on football. Yeah, we were like, oh man, no one's giving us a job during COVID. Mm-hmm. Should we do it? And
look at
we
us
went
now.
out and we did it. And now here we are. Ooh, this puts me in a really difficult position here.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Let's
me
see.
look at my tiers.
You got best available here. You got Patty, Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas. Sorry, let's go from quarterback. Patty, Josh Allen, Kyler. You got Josh
Okay,
Jacobs, Miles
so
Sanders,
this is an
Darrell.
example of tier-based drafting, people. I have Keenan Allen as one of my second-tier wide receivers. And, running backs are tiered differently, and you need to grab them for sure. But Josh Jacobs is a tier 4 running back for me, which is still a high running back. So I'm going to have to go ahead and grab Keenan Allen here as my first wide receiver instead of going 3 running backs. Got to make sure that you draft based off of tiers. You do not want to just fill positions to fill positions. Let's see. Daniel said he had Mixon and Chubb last year, and he ended up in last place.
Yeah,
That
look,
doesn't surprise me.
that's just unlucky. And that was a killer for last year for Joe Mixon. He's week to week.
Oh
There was
my
always
God.
hope. There was always hope that Joe was going to come back. Just say he's out for the rest of the season. Like,
honestly,
rip the Band-Aid off.
Rip it off. The Ole Miss boys back together again. That's right. Gator fan says, I know it's early with lots of talent, but I feel a bit on tilt already, but I hope to get back on track. I think you've done well, bro. I wouldn't stress too much. We'll give draft grades out at the end. Angel says, who would y'all rather go? Gibson, Aaron Jones, or Najee?
Hey, Jarge is following here. Shout out to you.
Hey.
I'm assuming that's on YouTube.
Thanks for the follow. Is that on Twitch or YouTube?
Honestly, I actually have no idea. But thank you.
We don't know how this thing works.
I want to say that's on Twitch. Yes, that's on Twitch.
I love it. All right, Angel says, who would y'all rather go, Gibson, Aaron Jones, or Najee? Since I'm drafting in the NFL app. Thanks for the great content. Been loving the channel. Thank you for being a part of the channel, my guy.
Yeah.
Angel, shout out to you. So who would you rather go, Gibson, Aaron Jones, or Najee? I think Najee is the clear guy I'm going to knock out. And then when looking at my rankings, I would go Antonio Gibson. He's my running back 9. Aaron Jones is my running back 11. What about you? Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris,
Najee,
or Aaron Jones?
I think I would go Gibson. This is PPR.
I think so.
Yes. It's PPR. Then my highest ranking running back is definitely Antonio Gibson. Then it'll be Najee. Then Aaron Jones for me.
Okay. So it would actually be Aaron Jones for me, and then Najee after Gibson.
Okay.
I still like Aaron Jones this year.
Okay. That makes sense.
Elgin says, pick 2, Keenan or Scary Terry or Robinson. I will go Keenan and Robinson. I love Terry McLaurin, but I'm probably going to take the risk aversion there. Like, I'm a Washington fan, right? So I love Terry. I think he has a great chance to be a wide receiver 1 this year. But when I look at what Allen Robinson has done his entire career, because it's Keenan out of all 3 of them, he's number 1 for me. But personally, I'm taking Allen Robinson. I think there's less options in Chicago to get the ball to. I think Allen Robinson will see probably more targets. I think he's a more central part of that offense. Not that Terry isn't, but you still have Gibson, who's a pass catching back. J.D. McKissick. You got a great tight end in Logan Thomas. You've got Curtis Samuel as a good wide receiver too. So, personally, I'm going to go Allen Robinson, but it's super close. When I look at my rankings, these guys are literally back to back, I believe.
Yeah, for me, it's Keenan Allen as well. I have Allen Robinson and Terry. That's where my tiers break. Allen Robinson.
Well, no, I think you have to pick 2, my guy.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying I'm picking Allen Robinson and Keenan Allen. But I'm just saying like Allen Robinson and Terry are really close, but that's where my tiers break in my rankings. That's where I would rather go Allen Robinson than Terry.
Okay. So Billy Spriggs at the 12 spot starts his draft. Devontae Adams, Najee Harris, Mark Andrews, and Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, he's going.
It looks good right now, but I'm super curious what the wide receiver and running back depth is going to look like at the end of this draft. It'll be interesting when we mock draft or when we grade this draft,
Yeah.
to see what he was able to fill those spots with.
This is an example of going like every position heavy, wide receiver 1, RB 1, tight end 1, QB 1. Then this is how hopefully he can come up with a good team, but we'll see. I mean, usually it doesn't end up well.
We got a question over there on Twitch. It's from Jars. It says, are you worried about Clyde at all because the Chiefs don't run as much?
Oh, look, that's a great question. I'll be completely honest, no, because I expect them to run this year. They invested a lot of money in their offensive line. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire wasn't a first pick for nothing. I think they want to use him. They wanted to utilize him last year, but the whole Le'Veon Bell stitch kind of came up.
Well,
And
you know what's interesting? As much as there's been this Clyde Edwards-Helaire hate, when he was healthy and before he got injured, he was the running back 10. So, yeah, a lot of people drafted him at the like 1.8 last year, but I still think he returned pretty good value to people before his injury. So I'm still comfortable with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think the offense is obviously one of the best, if not the best, in the NFL. He's going to have plenty of opportunities to score the ball. I think they're going to get him more involved. And I think they've hopefully learned their lesson with the Le'Veon Bell situation. Like,
yeah,
hey, let's not bring in like a washed up running back anymore. Let's let these young guys play a bigger part of our offense. So it'll be interesting to see. But personally, I'm all on board the Clyde Edwards-Helaire train in the second round.
yeah, I am.
Interesting to see the Tampa Bay guys going back to back. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Yeah,
Talks about that quite
I
often.
was I was in a little pickle there because in my rankings I do have Chris Godwin one spot over Julio, and that's who I was going back and forth with, Chris Godwin or Julio, and I was like, I don't know. But I think Titans are still a run heavy team in my opinion. I think Godwin is going to be that slot guy who wouldn't want to have that slot wide receiver there. But at the same time, who wouldn't want the Julio Jones?
Yeah.
That's the hard part. That's the
Okay,
whole
I'm in a tough position right now, and y'all know I like to secure my tight ends.
Lakers says, how do you
But
convince league mates to go to 6 points per passing TD? Continue, sorry. Talk it out. Talk to me.
I'm just
Plenty of
worried,
time.
dude.
Plenty of time on the clock. KD making
Okay,
clutch shots
I'm
with less
gonna
time than you
do
have.
what my rankings tell me, and that's to grab Amari Cooper. I was between 4 different players there. I hate drafting at the 6, bro. I don't want to draft at the 6 in a redraft league ever again.
Well, we're gonna
Please,
find
you know
out
what?
today.
If tonight, yeah, when we do the reveal, if I'm at 6, I'm being a bad place, bro. Got to see it through, my boy.
You got to see it through. Look,
Uh,
Laker, I think the best way to convince your league mates to go to a 6 point league is just say it's more accurate. Honestly, it's the way the game is actually played. When somebody throws a touchdown, how many points do they get? Or run for a touchdown, they get 6 points. So you want that person to get 6 points.
Yeah.
I think it just
Personally, I've
just
never
makes sense.
understood.
Yeah.
I've never understood 4-point touchdowns. Like, okay, every position gets 6 points, except for the quarterback if they throw a touchdown. It just does. It's 6 points in real life. It should be 6 points in fantasy. Like, why are we devaluing that part of the game? Honestly, a lot of people in leagues are stuck in old ways, so it's hard. But hopefully they can realize it's a much better way to play. I don't know. I mean, that's just what we prefer.
Yeah, I was actually watching like a mock draft on YouTube, not just ours. Like I like to watch other people's mock drafts, and there was a guy that was doing. He said that he did his first fantasy draft like years ago, like when fantasy first started, and the way the points were accumulated was how many rushing yards and passing yards your quarterback, running back, wide receiver got.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like point based. It
no
was
touchdowns.
It was no touchdowns. It was like if your quarterback threw 1,000 yards, you got 1 point or you got 2 points.
That would be one hell of a game from a quarterback if he threw 1,000 yards.
I'm just saying as an example, like if they threw that or they threw 100 yards, 200 yards, they would get the 1 point per yards, and running back they will get 1 point, and then you would win the game, your whole league with like 7 points versus to 6, and it's like it's crazy. It's crazy how like it used to be back then, and now we're over here complaining.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they used to just write it down on paper, like everything. You know what I mean? Like there was no apps.
Maybe we should throw it back.
No, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful.
Yeah,
All right, so ETN, Kareem Hunt, Javonte Williams all go in the 4th round. Then we see Josh Allen at the end of the 4th. And Cooper Kupp, I think that's great value there at the 4-12. I like the way Team 1 started. It's hard not to look sexy after you grab CMC. You know what? Team 2 isn't terrible either. Dalvin Cook, Gaskin. Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen. A good way to start. We'll give out draft grades at the end. We don't want to jump the gun too many.
No, we're gonna,
Lakers says you're a Washington fan. Yes, I am a Washington fan. Bye-bye. I'm hoping we're the Red Wolves next year. Let's see what happens.
Nah, keep a Washington name. It just makes sense.
No, don't keep it Washington. Give us something to get behind.
The
Ed
Washington.
Max says pick 2 keeper league: Kamara, Chubb, and Najee. Think I would go if it's a keeper league, meaning you get to keep them like beyond this year. I would probably go Kamara and Najee, but I don't think there's a wrong answer. I'm just thinking long term. I would rather have Najee in a dynasty league than Chubb.
You know, ever since Chubb got this re-signing, I'm pretty high on him now.
Yeah.
I would actually go. I would actually go Chubb and Najee. Come on.
So you wouldn't keep Kamara?
Like, it's not a wrong answer. You're right, but like, I like the idea of Chubb.
I think the wrong answer is not keeping Alvin Kamara.
I think there's no wrong answer here, in my opinion, but I'm happy either way.
I think you have to keep Kamara. Daniel says, should I have taken an RB at the 3-4 turn? I just didn't like any of the options over wide receivers. No, I get it, man. I mean, that's where I was at the 4-7. Like, should I have taken I'm on the board. Hello.
You're on the board.
I was like, should I take, a running back? But I didn't love the running backs that were on the board at that time.
I think it depends, like, depends on the.
Shut up. Okay, now I'm happy. I was gonna take TJ in the 4th. Took a little risky risk.
Oh no!
Now I got him in the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm primed with that pick. Hell yeah.
Oh, there's a turnaround here. The 6 is probably the best spot Zach can ever draft at. He loves his team right now.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't love this team. Sorry.
I wonder why that all.
Daniel said maybe we should throw it back. Pause.
Yeah, that's so funny.
A little bit sus. A little bit sus there from Badek.
That was
apparently TD Vultures was playing fantasy before the apps. He said we used USA Today sports page and figured it out on Monday. That's hilarious.
Bro.
Yep, Red Wolves, bro. That's what I want.
That's crazy.
Shout out to everybody watching the stream on YouTube and Twitch. On Twitch, we got a question from Jars. Do you think Montgomery will be better this season? Because if they end up switching to Fields, it could help him. It's going to be hard for him to repeat. I think he was running back 5 last year.
Yeah, that's absolutely
so better. Like stat wise, he could be better than last year, but I'm not sure he finishes higher than he did last year. What's so funny?
I'm just laughing at. There's always one accidental sus quote from us.
True.
Got to keep everyone on their toes, Be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful.
What do you think of the Montgomery situation? Think he has a better year this year because of the Fields impact?
I mean, I believe where he finished last year was absolute ceiling. I see him, 8 to 14 RB potentially. Yeah. That's probably where I feel comfortable with him finishing. So just really depends on what you like. I think where you get him now for his value, I think it's really good if you think he's going to finish in that area that I said 8 to 14, but top 5 and you're going to take him and reach on him. That's too much.
Yeah, I agree, brother. I
got to go my boy here. Hold on, let me look at quarterbacks.
Got to see it through, my boy. Got to see it through.
Let me just see.
Curious who this is going to be.
There's a lot of... I'm looking at running backs, honestly, but no running backs, which I'm okay with. Once again, tier base. I think I'm going to go wide receiver. I got to get my boy Kenny NYG, most likely.
There you go. Kenny NYG off the board, baby.
I feel like every draft I get this guy, but like it's cozy. Not because he's Giants, because it's cozy.
Yeah, I think getting him late 5th is always going to feel pretty good. There goes Darrell Henderson at the end of the 5th. Interesting because typically we're seeing Henderson go in like the 3rd, 4th round. So I do have... Is there a fire alarm going on right now? No.
Is that you? Okay. Evacuate immediately.
Oh my God. Fire alarm immediately. Didn't Kenny G get some sort of injury? That's a good question. Did anything happen while we were asleep?
No, he didn't get any injury. There was a brawl with the New York Football Giants, but that's about it.
Let me double check if there's any injury to Kenny Galladay.
Well, I would love to see.
So Kenny Galladay, this was from Jordan Rana on ESPN, just walked inside with the trainer not long after this play. You can see him kind of grab the back of his leg. Might be a hamstring then.
Hold on,
Yeah,
see.
so Kenny is dealing with some sort of injury.
Nice little strain, after the brawl. Pulled something.
Yeah, that's not good. This is from Dan Dugan on Twitter. He said, no word yet on Kenny Galladay's status, but he has a concerning history of hamstring injuries. He missed the first 2 games of last season and 5 games as a rookie with hamstring injuries. So, yeah, it's definitely something to keep your eye on with. That is definitely. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay. And then he runs off. Hopefully. Could be nothing. And this is what I wanted here. This is a guy that I'm really high on this year, and that's my boy Ronald Jones. As my RB3, I'm really comfortable here with the reigning Super Bowl champions. I love Ronald Jones in this position in the 6th round here. I think, it's great value. I think he's going to get a lot of touches, in my personal opinion. And then if Saquon doesn't start, I'm happy with starting Ronald Jones the first couple games. Hopefully that's something that can happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks like he walks up the field. I mean, I don't see any reports. Hold on. I'm just looking. I'm looking at my in sources,
Your in sources. Shout out to everybody watching, hanging out tonight. Really excited to do this draft order reveal. I want to know where I'm drafting. Let's see. Who's on the board for your boy? All right. I need to get an RB3 here at this point.
Be careful.
And I'm going to have to go grab my guy, Trey Bay.
I'm in the club, Hallet.
I don't want to take him there at the 6, but I'm realizing that the running backs are getting real thin here, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get your running backs in at this point. I was hoping, look, all those running backs that went off the board before me, I was hoping one of those guys was going to fall to me. I don't like Melvin, so I wouldn't have taken Melvin, but I'm also a little bit hesitant on Chase as of lately, Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, same. I'm very hesitant. I think that's why I was happy taking Ronald Jones. I think he's probably my highest guy in that tier. I guess I have all these guys that are on the board. I have Ronald Jones actually in my tier 4. Everyone else here is in a tier 5 for me. So that is like a massive steal in my eyes, according to my rankings.
Ronald Jones in the 6, massive steal. I think it's good value.
I think that's okay. Yeah, not steal. It's good value. You're right. It's definitely good value.
Yes, sir. Kadarius Toney stock going up potentially could. Yeah. He doesn't like Henderson by the end of 5th. I agree. End of 5th is pretty good value for Henderson. I can't lie. Yes, sir. What's up, Aditya? I don't know if I said that right. I hope I did. What's up, my guy? Hoping you're having a good Tuesday night, or depending on where you are in the world, it could be Wednesday. We're in Wednesday right now. We're in the future.
We're in the future. It looks great. Day is a beautiful sunny day here in Sydney, Australia. It's wintertime here, technically. This is wintertime weather. Let me pull it up.
It's pretty cold at night though.
Yeah, at night it's cold. Currently, right now, it's 57 degrees. A little bit windy here. Currently, where I live in the city. I think it might be a little bit warmer where you're at, Zach. No, 57 in Bella. 57, high of 59. All today.
I'll tell you what, Sydney winters are much better than Kansas City winters. I used to live in Kansas City for a bit, and that was just, you would go outside and just nothing. You could feel nothing.
Yeah.
Just
this is probably the
even
coldest
in your
day.
heart, you just felt nothing. You're like, wow, I feel nothing.
In your heart. Yeah, this is definitely the coldest day of the week. Usually it's like high mid 60s,
Yeah.
It's like 65, 66 around there. So seasons is definitely going to be changing here soon in Australia. Daniel, why don't you like Edmonds? I feel like full PPR and in the offense, he can be a low end RB2 at worst.
At worst, Chase Edmonds at worst could be a low in RB2. That's questionable at worst. At worst, this guy could be completely irrelevant. No, I mean, look, Edmonds is great. He's gonna have a lot of pass catching opportunities in that offense, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not. I mean, he's not really shown to carry a full workload. I think the reports out of camp from that coaching staff that James Conner is going to be an actual bigger part of the offense than a lot of people had thought.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's a little bit concerning. I mean, Chase even is like a direct quote. I might be misquoting him, but he was quoted to have said something along the lines of, "Look, this is a team game. I know I play a certain role, and I know James plays a different role to me." Um, so in 4-minute offense, you're going to see a lot of James Conner. I think Connor is going to be a bigger part of the offense than maybe we originally realized. So that's what puts me off of Edmonds a little bit. I think as well,
Yeah.
like when you think about, so who's going to get the goal line touches? I know he's going to have more opportunities in the passing game. Edmonds will. But think about it. Who's going to get the goal line touchdown opportunities? It's Kyler Murray or it's James Conner. So you could see a limited upside um, because of the lack of touchdowns from Chase Edmonds, but he's still going to be a great part of that offense. I'm just questioning if he's going to have the role we all thought he was going to have at the beginning of the year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think everything you said, you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's just the workload. Can he take it? What is James Conner's role going to be like? If James Conner does have a role, are you scared? I guess that's my question that I'm asking you, Daniel. Are you scared to take Chase? Are you scared and
Yeah.
hesitant that he can still be an RB2? I think if you think about it, you're probably thinking of, well, yeah, well, Kenny and Drake had a bad start, but then he had a lot of good at the end of the year, he kind of came back and bounced back, and he had a lot of touches. I think Chase Edmonds is coming into 190 plus touches from
Yeah.
Kenny and Drake, if I'm not mistaken. So you're probably thinking about that. So I think it all depends on James Conner. That's really the big thing. It's James Conner. Yeah, I agree completely. But all the RBs around that tier have questions about workload.
Bro, I'm struggling with this pick. I'm struggling. What should I
I
do?
mean, they all have questions about workload as well. You're struggling here. Michael Carter back. I think that's a decent pick. Um, yeah, I guess to go back to that question, Daniel. I mean, who else? Who is struggling on workload? Like Melvin Gordon has a struggle. Ronald Jones. I mean, I don't think he has a struggle. I think we're pretty confident in what.
Well, I think Ronald Jones's role is more solidified, but also
Yeah.
he's in a better offense.
Trey Sermon, and Damian Harris. I
I would
guess.
rather have, I think, Jones, I think James Robinson, I think Harris, and I think Sermon over Edmonds. But I think after those guys, I think he's pretty much fair game. I don't think there's a wrong answer, right? I've just found myself becoming more worried about Chase Edmonds as the offseason goes on. So I'm not saying that there's a wrong answer. I'm not saying you shouldn't have drafted him there. I'm just saying there's risk. And in the 6th round onwards, there's always going to be risk, of course. So I'm not saying it's the wrong pick by any means. Um, do you not like Justin Herbert, Zach? I like Justin Herbert. Um, I was more worried about my running back room because of Chubb and Mixon. I feel like those two guys have been injured quite a lot in the last couple of years. So I feel like I need to get depth at my running back position. Again, like, did I want to take Mixon? No, not really. I wish Clyde was there. I wish Gibson was there. I wish Dobbins was there. Did I want to take Chubb? Yes, I like Chubb, but I think there are still slight worries with his health, especially that knee. So I just wanted to solidify my running back room before it goes downhill real quick, tier base wise for these running backs. So I also have to make some hard decisions when I take a tight end early. But no, I'm definitely pro Justin Herbert. I get the question though.
Yeah, that's a
But
good
I'm
pick.
also
No
thinking
fan.
I'm probably going to go a late quarterback strategy in this mock draft here. And it could be someone that I've talked about on a podcast recently. maybe as recent as yesterday. We'll see.
Man, I'm frustrated. I didn't
See
see
if
Noah
anyone snipes
Fant.
me now.
I didn't see Noah Fant
I don't
there.
think Chenault was a bad option there.
I don't think so either, but I would have definitely taken Noah Fant over that because I'm still happy with other people, like the wide receiver that are on the board. Getting Noah Fant there, I think could have been good, but all good.
I need to wake up, bro. If you guys don't know, we're in Sydney. It's almost 11 a.m. So yeah, I'm like up, but I just have been staring at a screen for so long because we got a bunch of YouTube videos coming out for you guys this week. My like brain capacity has shrunk significantly today from lack of sleep. Also, this is probably lame to talk about, but Outer Banks on Netflix, season 2 came out. I liked season 1.
Wait, what? What, Banks?
Yeah, Outer Banks on Netflix.
I have no idea what that is.
Well,
Netflix.
sometimes my show watching is questionable at best. I'm also a fan of Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I just thrive on the drama. So, judge me if you will. But I was about to go to bed last night.
When I turned 18,
And then I saw
Sorry.
I might as well give this bad boy a
sorry,
watch.
I probably can hear that. I went to Netflix and I couldn't mute it. Sorry, boys.
Anyway, it's shocking acting in season 2. It's a shocking storyline. And it's a disappointment, but I still watched it for 2 hours when I should be sleeping. So that's me. Shout out to me.
Shout out to you.
Okay, so Aditya has already finished season 2. Don't tell me how it goes, but do you agree with me, Aditya? Do you think the acting in season 2 is just like, what is going on? How did this get so much worse? It's like the acting in the storyline, and there's like, this is pretty early in this. It's episode 2, but they're filming this guy, and he's killing someone. And then they just keep going. They're like, we need more evidence. And then they drop the tape and destroy it. And I'm like, you guys are really, really dumb. Anyway. You don't think Jones has questions with workload? They seem to love using Fournette last year. Totally. I think we actually did release a video about Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette on our YouTube page. And we had really strong debates between the two. I think it would be worth a watch or worth a listen. I still like Leonard Fournette, but I do think that we are undervaluing Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones, before he had the injury late in the year last year, was like the RB 10 or 8. And Fournette wasn't really involved. I mean, if Jones didn't get injured, we would be considering him a breakout last year. For real. Like, he could have finished like a top 8 running back, top 7 running back if he didn't get injured. So I just think a lot of us are massively undervaluing.
Yeah.
Took a risk. Sorry. I took a risk. I was hoping Tom Brady would fall to me. That's okay. I got backup plans. I got backup plans for my backup plans. I really wanted Brady there in the 8th. I just got sniped my ass off. But it is what it is.
You took a pill and the pizza. I don't know why that's in my head now.
Aditya says the plot is fading. It's true. I think they were like, oh, this show is called Outer Banks. How do we keep it going in the Outer Banks? Hey guys, we're going to the Bahamas. It's like, what is this show anymore? What exactly is going on?
What is going on?
All right, let's see. Is there anyone that I love here?
Let's look at your team here. We got Nicky Chubb, Joe Bunny Mag.
I'm gonna do it. Everyone's gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna do it. I said when we talked about all these Steeler wide receivers, I said who's gonna be the one you can get latest. Deontay went in the 6th, Claypool in the 7th, and now I got Juju there in the 8th. He's going to be my wide receiver 3, and I'm comfortable with that in the 8th round. Do I love it? No, I don't want to have any of these Steeler wide receivers, but that late, I'm still comfortable with the draft pick. This guy's going to be playing for a contract all year.
One second, Ellen's going to ask me a question. So
okay.
Keep everyone entertained.
So, guys, Badaki's pretty lame, eh? Just like an average guy when you think about it. Like, just an average guy. You know what I mean?
I heard
anyway.
that. Okay. Ellen came in and she was just like, "Can I vacuum? Like, is anyone gonna hear it?" I was like, "I don't think they will."
Vacuum in the room you're in?
No, not in the room. Like,
Oh, I was
just
like,
in general.
they will hear it.
I was like, just in general, can I vacuum? I was like, yeah, sure.
Sure, do your thing.
And then Blaze came in, and then I had the hat on the floor, and she grabbed the paper. So I have to recount all the numbers.
Oh, damn.
Just to double check, because I feel like that would just be terrible. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, guys, I just want to take a minute and shout out everyone who believes in us thus far and what we're doing. I think when we started the off season, we had like 4, maybe 500 subscribers on YouTube, and we were quite confident that we were going to lose a ton during the off season. We were like, we're definitely going to lose a lot of subscribers in the off season. Like, but we also did YouTube so poorly the first like season. We just posted our entire podcast. It was like, hey guys, now I know none of you guys know us, but you want to watch this?
Is that a thing
anyway,
though? That's a great question to actually have. Sorry, is that a thing that people would want? I'm not saying that, we're excited to do that, but if the people want a full podcast, like a folder that you can watch the whole podcast in, then maybe we'll consider it later on in the years. But let us know if you want that. But continue. What were you going to say?
Anyway, I was just going to say shout out to everyone who's helping us grow the YouTube page. I think we're not far away from monetization. We have the watch hours. We are, obviously like 160 subscribers away, and we're close to being monetized, which is a big monumental moment for us whenever that does happen. But we've kind of switched up strategy. We've done more live streams, live content. We have made more shorter form content from our podcasts.
Yeah.
Hopefully that people will find enjoyable to watch. And anyway, just want to say a massive thanks to everyone.
Yeah, huge thank you. We're still growing. We're excited for year 3 already. Excited for year 1 of this. Talk it up. Talk it up.
And Silver Rapture is 839. He just subbed.
Oh, shout out to you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Hopefully.
By the way, Silver Rapture. That's a pretty intense name. Silver Rapture. That sounds like it could be like a monster truck name. You know what I mean? Like at a monster. Have you ever been to a monster truck rally?
I've never been to that.
Oh my God, you are missing out, bro.
I'll be honest with you. I'll probably think of that and I just shake my head.
Yeah, I get it. When I was like 6, 7 years old, my grandma took me to a monster truck rally because I used to live in Virginia, and then they would have these monster Gravedigger would be there, all these guys. Anyway, it was hella redneck, which isn't a bad thing. But I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world in that moment. Like I was like, this is amazing. These trucks are destroying each other.
There we go. There goes the Silver Rapture. Just subscribed. Huge love, Silver Rapture. Thank you so much.
Anyway, all that being said, you should go to a monster truck rally at least once in your life. It's pretty entertaining. I mean, you're literally looking at monster trucks smashing into stuff. Yeah.
I think
pretty cool.
I think what I'm just looking at the chat. Karina. America. I think I feel the same way. I guess I know it's completely off, but I feel the same way with like F1. Like I was full on like committed to go to Melbourne and to watch the F1 race.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we love Formula 1. It's so entertaining. Like I'll tell you what, if you want to fall in love with another sport, if you're open to falling in love with different types of sport, then you need to watch Formula 1 Drive to Survive on Netflix. We're not paid to do this. I don't know why we would even say that. Like, why would they even consider paying us to do this? But what am I trying to say?
Make a pick, and then mine pick that's coming up changes to 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll change it now. Sorry.
Okay.
But anyway, tell people about how we fell in love. I mean, I think we both fell in love because of the Netflix series.
Yeah, we both fell in love because of the Netflix series. If you guys don't like Formula 1 or don't know what Formula 1 is, just watch the Netflix series. It's actually really fun. It's exciting. I love it. I think there's competition within the team. There's competition within each and every driver. There's also disadvantages and advantages, having a lot of money, not having money. But I think the whole like politics behind it as well is pretty big. The tires, like this year, was a big thing about the tires. There was one race that was really big on tires that made Max Verstappen lose one of his races, essentially.
Yeah.
Same thing with the whole controversy of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen's crash. That's going to be huge, really
Max
big.
Verstappen. That's a mix of Max Verstappen and Matthew Stafford.
Max Verstappen. Well, I don't know.
I was gonna say the craziest thing about Formula One is this is like the most elite sport in the world. And let me just explain. There are 20 spots in the entire world to drive in the premier Formula One tier. Do you know what I mean? Like football is like 1%, like less than 1% of people get to play NFL or even college. Same with NBA, right? But there's 20 people total in all of Formula One who can drive a Formula One car. It's insane, which always means that the stakes are so high. So if you make mistakes or you're not performing, like there's so much pressure to be that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Some people aren't that guy. Daniel said, once you are monetized, can you buy me a car? It's funny because I think when we get monetized, we'll be making like $1 or $2 a month from YouTube. Yeah, bro, we'll buy you a Hot Wheel.
Hey, Kobe or Cowboy. What's up, brother? Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. Did you guys hear that story of Kobe? I mean, this is a sad story, but for me,
which story in particular?
For me, is when I found out he died. I woke up when he died. It was like it was early in the morning in Australia, and I woke up. The first thing I did was looked at my phone. Typical, person wakes up. First thing you do, you look at your phone and you see Kobe, the notification of Kobe, and then I literally wake up Ellen, my partner. I was like, babe, Kobe died, and she was like, what? I was like, Kobe died. She's like, oh, okay. Like, she's Australian. Like, she doesn't care. She doesn't care who Kobe is.
Yeah.
And my first thought was anger. I was like, I bet you Kobe was flying that helicopter. It's not funny, but
it's so dumb to say.
Yeah, I was just like typical like rich person, just like being adventurous.
That's actually on you, bro. That's on you for assuming the worst.
Yeah.
You know what? I was in LA. I used to live in LA. I love LA. I was in LA the day Kobe died, and it was like one of the craziest days ever. Literally, like everyone was mourning. It was crazy, bro. You would walk the streets and like I was literally right by Staples. Everyone was around Staples and everyone was hugging everyone. It was insane to be in LA on that day.
Fantasy football 1-10-12. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks
yes, sir.
All
Thanks
love,
for the follow.
Or follow. I wonder if that's
hey
on
guys, subscribe
YouTube
on YouTube if you haven't. Follow on Twitch if you haven't. Aditya says I'm really low on MT because even if he comes back from injury, I don't know if I'll be comfortable starting him. Totally, man. Totally. I think you're not alone there. I get where you're coming from. What's up, Cowboy? What's your favorite album this year? Good question. What's your favorite album? I would say mine's probably my favorite album. Give me a second. Let me make this pick. But Aki, do you have any instant thoughts?
I thought you were gonna say one, which was gonna give me time.
Okay.
I think first off, top of my head is probably Giveon. That's probably one that I really love. There's a couple different genres that I like.
I know. Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler the Creator. I'm a big I wasn't a big fan of Tyler early days because it was just like all anger, but I think like all of his since Flower Boy, I think all those albums have been like I could just shuffle them and be happy with any song that comes on. I really have enjoyed his latest stuff.
For me, I'm more of like a neo soul R&B person. So I love Giveon. I love Mahalia. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I love
Frank. I mean, how can you not love Frank?
Yeah, I like Frank, but he hasn't really come out with anything.
Yeah, true.
Jacob Banks. I don't know if you guys know who that is. There's a girl called Sinead Harris. It's kind of hard to say her name. She's English.
Okay.
Those are the type of music. That's the type of music I like. So
that's cool, bro.
I like a little small band called Glades. That's pretty cool.
Shut up. Yeah. If you guys want to support me, my wife has a band. It's called Glades. She does her thing over there. What's up, Cowboy? He says come back to America, maybe. Chase says, I was between Gus Edwards and Latavius Murray. What do you guys think? I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I actually think like it is honestly completely up to you. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think Murray's going to have a good role. I think Edwards is going to have a role. The thing I would say is with Edwards, you know that's a run heavy offense.
Yeah.
So it feels like that's a little bit more of a secure pick in my opinion, but I'm glad that I was able to grab him after you. Yes. Just catching up with everyone. Seasock's on auto. No, he's back. No stress.
No stress for Seesaw.
Tupac song used to say "Live and die in LA." Yeah, live and die in LA. That's true. That is the motto for some people. My favorite album is "Winning Fantasy Football Championship" by MF Cowboy. I love it. What's up, Time and Resources? Welcome, my
What's
G.
happening, brother?
He's got a question. He says, "What price would you put on Matthew Stafford in 12 Superflex Dynasty?" That's a really good question. What price will we put on him?
I think maybe like what
you mean like
what type of value we can get in a trade? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure if he means like trade value or like where he ranks amongst our dynasty quarterbacks. Trade value is always hard because I mean, it's harder to give people specific trade ideas without sitting down and actually like focusing in and giving proper advice, which we do, with a lot of our Patreon supporters. But where's he valued? I mean, I still think he's got a chance to have a great career. He's young in terms of quarterbacks in the NFL. You know what I mean? It's not like he's like, oh, this guy's a pretty old quarterback at this point. When I look at my rankings, he is my quarterback 15 in Dynasty, so still very valuable in a super flex league. Oh my God, Marvin Jones just went off the board, and now I have to make a pick really quickly. And I'm really pissed at myself.
I was just gonna say that Marvin Jones went in the 11th, but
That's
the person that I
had 3 seconds to make a pick because I was talking about Staffy. Oh well.
The person that I spoke about in Naeem Hines went in the 8th. So he went pretty high. Yeah. So he's getting up there. People think are maybe believing. Maybe believing are not.
Cowboy gonna win the league with his round 13 picks. Yeah. We have a draft tomorrow night with our follower leagues over there on Patreon. We have our first Dynasty real draft tomorrow night, 8 p.m. It's going to be really fun. And Cowboy has like almost every 13th round pick. Diamonds in the rough. Yeah, a trade. It's really hard, Time and Resources, to give you an exact trade because it's hard to know, like, are you looking running back? Are you looking for another quarterback? Are you looking for draft picks, wide receiver? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many variables. The way I've described it once before is it's like going to Sonic and saying, how many drink combinations do you guys have? And they're like, we literally have millions of drink combinations. You know what I mean? So, if you can give us an example, we can be like, oh, yeah, that's a good trade, or we could tweak it a little bit this way. But it's hard to give you the exact value right now on the live stream.
I just got Michael Pittman in the 11th round.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy value. Again, I definitely, if I was able to properly look at the board, I definitely would have taken Michael Pittman there.
I think, I wonder if that's because of everything happening, Carson Wentz, or maybe people just didn't see his name. Maybe Sleeper's ADP really changed him and dropped him low. That's crazy that Michael Pittman's going in the 11th round, going amongst a wide receiver 1, going amongst all these wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s. It's crazy.
You know how much I love Pittman.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
I would have definitely taken him if I didn't have like 5 seconds to make that pick. That's unfortunate. But that's crazy value. I'm not sure how he went that low. Let's see in the chat. Let's see. Angel said, I really enjoyed The Off Season by J. Cole. That was a pretty good album. J. Cole is always good. I mean, you could put J. Cole on at any moment and be like, yeah, this is vibes. Like, this is good. You know what I mean?
Let me just go through my Spotify.
Do you guys think Michael Pittman will be the favorite target? Yes. Yeah, I think we both, Paris Campbell is a good talent. But personally, I do believe that Michael Pittman sees a wide receiver 1 role this year. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I think he gets a wide receiver 1 role. So.
What's crazy is that I didn't get a tight end, and I just realized Jonnu Smith is right there. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Wow.
top 10
I
tight end for you right
completely,
there.
yeah. I just completely forgot about that. Getting,
It is what it is.
we need one of those. Boy, if you don't.
Boy.
I actually have that soundbite. Listen. Oh, no.
Boy, if you don't get.
I got that one.
We've got 2 new subscribers on this live stream. Big shout out to you guys for still showing some massive love.
Yeah, huge love for all you guys.
I'm going to grab my boy Rondale. Ron the Don.
More.
That's right. Ron the Don, baby. That's my nickname for him. I don't think anyone like. Actually, you know what's even cooler? What if it was like Dondale?
Dondale.
Dondale Moore.
Gator
He's a
fan. How would you rank in PPR? Bateman, Gibson, Gage, Mooney. For me, Bateman, Mooney, AB, Gage.
Yeah, same for me. Derrick Henry outlook in a PPR league. Sorry for I just realized you didn't answer your question, bro. By the way,
Oh, so
Ilias,
sorry. Yeah.
welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if we've had you on the stream before or not, but welcome either way. Appreciate you dropping in. Derrick Henry outlook in PPR league. I'm not worried about Derrick Henry this year as many people are. I have him ranked still in my top 5. So I think within the top 5 picks, if you can take Derrick Henry, the upside isn't there in the passing game. But this is a guy on the goal line who's going to see a ton of work continuously. So, in my opinion, I think he's a safe pick in the top 6. He will have enough touchdowns to carry you, even though it's a PPR league. So, how about you, Badaki?
I think someone like Derrick Henry, I'm always hesitant on. Like it sucks because I think of the opportunity that he brings late in the season. I know that I'm gonna draft somebody. Gosh.
What is that?
Sorry, it's my like family chat. Let me just mute it.
Okay, I just want everyone to know I'm going to release a YouTube video later, but I told everyone this is going to be my favorite late round quarterback to draft, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Ryan Fitzpatrick is my quarterback 1 in a redraft league. Yep, come at me. Fight me.
Come at him.
Come fight me.
For me, it's hard to take Derrick Henry because I always know he's a second half guy and he can win you leagues. It's just hard for me to take him sometimes. I think I would take a couple people. I think he's in my top 6. So yeah. I'm comfortable taking him there, but I'm always hesitant taking him.
Here's the thing,
there's
right?
regression though. Just know that there's regression.
Yeah, but he had probably one of the best seasons any running back has ever had last year. And he still wasn't the RB1. Do you know what I mean? So don't expect him to have the same year he had last year. Expect that production to come down a little bit and the touchdown regression to come down a little bit. But I guess what I'm trying to say he doesn't really have that RB1, the 1 overall upside, in my opinion. He has RB2, RB3, and that's still good within the top 6 picks. So I'm still comfortable with him, but you just need to manage expectations because he won't be involved in, the passing game. Yep. Everyone's surprised that I waited last round to pick a quarterback. I told you guys I was going to take Tom Brady in the 8th. He wasn't there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to punt the position because I know the guy I want. I know he'll be available last round. And I went out and got Ryan Fitzpatrick. If you listen to our latest podcast, you'll know why. We're also going to drop a video later this week, or maybe tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. About sleeper quarterbacks. And Fitz is definitely one of those guys for me.
All right. Let's give out these grades, man. I think that a lot of people have got some good teams, it looks like.
All right. We're going to do quick grades tonight, okay, everyone? This is going to be quick grades because we also have to do the draft order for our redraft league, okay? So just so you're aware, these are going to be quick fire grades. Typically, we go through and we analyze, but just for the sake of time, we'll do quick fire. I'll do Cole World first, okay?
Go for
Cole World. You got CMC, DeAndre Swift, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, Kenneth Gainwell, Tariq Cohen. Your wide receivers are Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson, Will Fuller. Your tight end is George Kittle. Your quarterback, and Adam Trautman. Your quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. This is actually an amazing team. I can't even front. The one weakness, Aaron Rodgers at the end of the 6 is great value. I'm not in love with the Buffalo backfield, but you locked up both of those guys. So you had the opportunity to kind of see who is the guy. I love Kenneth Gainwell there. Love Trautman. And I love Aaron Rodgers. So this is a great team. You have a top 3 tight end still. The weakness is, the depth of your wide receivers, right? I like Cup, I like Lockett, I like Anderson. Are any of them like wide receiver ones? Maybe, maybe not. They're on the edge, but I think there's enough there to kind of fill the gaps. I'm not a big Will Fuller guy. So I think your big weakness is wide receiver, stars and depth. But I think you have compensated pretty well. I like this team. I would be comfortable going into a season with this team. For me, this is an A minus. A minus, starting off strong.
Wow. Arnav, Dalvin Cook, Myles Gaskin, Naeem Hines, Tevin Coleman, Devonta Booker. I don't mind. I think it kind of falls off. I think Myles Gaskin, I'm not extremely strong, but I like that you got Naeem Hines there. He's my late round guy. And Tevin Coleman. Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, DJ Chalk, Amon, Ron St. Brown. I like your wide receivers. Really strong there. I think I would have changed Chalk and I would have taken Jerry Jeudy over Chalk in my personal opinion. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, good quarterbacks. Logan Thomas. This is a good team. I'm gonna give it a B. I think I would have changed a little other things. I think your running backs do fall off. And the Chalk and Jerry Jeudy thing I would have changed. I'll give it a B plus actually. I think it's a decent team, a lot of good weapons, but running backs fall short in my opinion.
All right, SD Perk. Got Alvin Kamara, David Montgomery, Javonte Williams, A.J. Dillon. Your wide receivers are D-Hop, Deontay Johnson, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Devontae Parker. Your quarterback is Kyler Murray, Matt Ryan. Your tight ends are Robbie, Bobby Trees, and Irv Smith. Lots of hype of Irv Smith in camp. It's a good team. I like the Javonte Williams pick there. I was considering taking him myself. Obviously wide receiver room is slightly, there's just question marks. It's still good, but there's still question marks. I'm not in love with Deontay. I love Jerry. I love Bateman. Will they produce? You might have, troubles finding a wide receiver 3. I'm just nitpicking here. And then tight end is obviously your weakest position. This is a good team. I'm going to give it a B+. Tight end is real questionable there. I think Tanyan sees some regression. So B+. Good team, though.
All right, Tiz TV. You got the King, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, Kenny and Drake. I think it's decent there in your running back room. DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown, Michael Thomas, Hollywood Brown, Corey Davis. This is where you fall short. Michael Thomas, I don't think he's going to come back. In my personal opinion, this year, I think I would have taken a chance on a Bateman. A Bateman or any of these wide receivers going out there. Maybe a Mike Williams I probably would take a chance on, but I don't like the Michael Thomas pick. You got Russ and Baker Mayfield. I think it's good quarterbacks. Dallas Goedert and Mike Gesicki. I love those two guys. These are my two top. They're in both of my top 10 tight end rankings, so getting them at that value is tremendous. I do like your team. I think the only thing I would have changed is the Michael Thomas and your running back depth is a little short. So I'm going to give it a B flat. It's a good team, good value. Or not good value, but good like key strong pieces. But everything else kind of falls off with Michael Thomas and the running backs.
All right, Chase.
Ooh, you got Chase this time.
There's no Jalen Hurts, so this is an A+. No jokes. All right, so your quarterback's Lamar. I like it in the 5th. You got Zeke, Carson, Etienne, Murray, Jamal Williams. Your tight end is Darren Waller. Your wide receivers are Brandon Ayuk, Cortland Sutton, Elijah Moore, Marvin Jones, Mecole Hardman, Nelson Aguilar. Again, this is a good team, but obviously there is some pretty big question marks there at wide receiver. Cortland Sutton, I'm not a big fan of him this year. I don't know that he has recovered well from that injury. I think Jerry Jeudy will be the wide receiver 1. So I probably would have taken a shot on someone else, like a Shenault, like a Debo, maybe even like a Boyd. But I get it. I get the value. I think Elijah Moore at this point, I get the pick. I'm just wondering if he's sliding up the board a little bit too much in redraft leagues lately because of the hype out of camp. But I'm not gonna go hard on you for that. I like the Aguilar pick late. I like the Marvin Jones pick. So I think there's enough depth to make up. This is an A- team for me. A-.
Oh, A- even with the question marks. All right, Angel 1.7. I'm pretty sure this is Angel. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not even gonna try to butcher it. Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, great value for both of those quarterbacks in that. In the 7th and the 9th. Then you got Austin Eckler, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Harris, Tony Pollard, and Phillip Lindsay. I like your running backs. I love the Damian Harris and the Tony Pollard pick there in the 6th and the 10th. Two strong key running backs with Eckler and Clyde. Then you got Scary Terry, Jamar Chase, Adam Thielen, Jarvis Landry, and Cole Beasley. Hashtag anti-vax for Cole Beasley. Not jokes. But yeah, I love your wide receiver room. This is a really good team. And then Jared Cook, I think that's probably the weakest spot is your tight end. You took Jared Cook over. Well, I probably would have taken Adam Trautman. That's the only one. Joe Everett, I would have taken, and Evan Ingram I would have taken over Jared Cook. I would have been a lot more happy with that. But this team overall is really strong. Your running back, wide receiver, and quarterbacks are strong besides your tight end. I actually give this team an A-. This is a strong team all around besides that tight end room. I think
A- with Jared Cook as your tight end one?
I think you can probably get some sort of value, but I'm pretty sure there's other tight ends there.
Okay.
On the board.
All right.
Overall, it's strong.
Tebow, you got Tom Brady. I love it. Wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Julio Jones, Deebo Samuel, Curtis Samuel. Got the Samuel guys. Russell Gage, Gabe Davis. Running backs are J.K. Dobbins, Josh Jacobs, James Robinson, James Conner. Tight ends are Kyle Pitts and Tyler Higbee. This is a good team. Solid wide receiver depth. I like the running backs that you have. I think there's enough depth there. Again, I am a little bit higher on Connor than I was a couple weeks ago now, so I like that. Pitts at the end of the 5th, I don't hate it. I still think he's going to have an amazing season despite what all the haters say about the rookie year nonsense. Elite athlete. I'm going to give this is another A-. This is a good team. A really, really good team. Okay. Let's do Seahawks.
That's a lot of people here. A's. Seahawks, Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill, great quarterbacks. JT, Miles Sanders, Alexander Madison, and Rashad Penny. That's where you weak at, brother. I'll tell you that much in the depth. Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, OBJ, Jalen Waddle. I don't mind this. I think, once again, we're not high on DJ Moore, but I'm getting a little more of a soft spot with him. I think Sam Darnold's really performing in training camp, so I don't mind it. Noah Fant, great in the 7th with Rob Gronkowski. Once again, weakest part is your running back room. That's really, really hard. If one of these guys goes down, you're kind of effed, honestly. So I'm going to give this a B-, B flat. That's a little bit harsh. B flat.
DSH, you've got Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson as your quarterbacks. Your running backs are Aaron Jones, Darrell Henderson, Chase Edmonds, Leonard Fournette. Your wide receivers are CeeDee Lamb, Robert Woods, Chase Claypool, Brandon Cooks, Antonio Brown. Tight end, Travis Kelce and Gerald Everett. This is a really good team. Obviously, the Stafford late round steal isn't bad. I think there's pretty good upside, and I think that was pretty good value how late you got him. Having Travis Kelce is always like one of the biggest advantages in fantasy. I like your wide receiver room as well. I think there's a lot of reliability there with Lamb and Woods. I think this is an A for me. Just a flat A, which would be the highest grade so far.
Okay. Flat A.
Because I normally am not a fan of taking Henderson, but taking him at the end of the 5th, I feel like is good value. And then Fournette at the 8th, I think is great value as well. I think the Travis Kelce puts me over the top. I think it's an A.
Interesting. I'll have to look at it in a little bit depth. Billy, big boy Spriggs.
You said in the chat, not super thrilled with mine. Pulled the trigger too early, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's all good. I know you were trying to do a different strat here at the end. So Pat, you got Patty as your quarterback, and then you went Najee, Melvin Gordon, Raheem, David Johnson, James White. It looks like Najee and David Johnson, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know who I would put RB2 there. Maybe Raheem the first couple weeks, maybe David Johnson mid, something like that. I don't know. It's hard. The running backs are really hard there. Okay. I think you know that Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, Michael Gallup, Henry Ruggs, and T. Higgins. T. Higgins is great. Devontae Adams is great. Mike Williams is a good late rounder, same as Michael Gallup. Actually, wide receivers are decent. I think there's a lot of question marks with the bottom three: Williams, Gallup, and Ruggs. But I think if they do perform with all the hype that's coming around these guys, I think that'll be great. And then Mark Andrews and Hunter Henry is good. I mean, this is not an amazing team. Your running backs are really weak. I love your quarterback. I love your tight end. It's just a depth of running back. Who's the RB2? Who is going to be the RB2 you're going to slot in there? So I'll give this a B minus around there. So, but I understand you're doing a strategy, so no stress.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everyone, right?
That is everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Silver Rapture. We're not going to do another mock draft today. We're going to do a draft reveal. And then we usually have a mock draft tomorrow, but tomorrow we're doing our live draft with with our Patreon supporters. But we're gonna go back to 3 live mock drafts next week: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, leading up to the season. So come through, stick around with that. But also join the Discord, Silver Rapture, because that's how you can get into the mock drafts, and you will get notified when we go into a mock draft.
Yeah. Discord, you can find the link in the description there. It's the solo.to/fantasyland football link.
Correct.
That will take you to our Discord. Let's go ahead and do the draft order reveal.
Oh boy.
This is a big moment if you're in our follower leagues.
Let me get a pen so I can write this down. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, the order? Oh, okay. I was like, what? I thought you already wrote down all the names. That's funny. Just letting everyone know in the chat. Doing draft reveal now.
All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. 1 through 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I've got all the names here. I got all the names here, people. Badaki has all the numbers.
I got all the numbers.
How this works?
In my summer hat.
Oh my god. Wait, I don't see anything in there. Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard. Hold on. There you go.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
All the papers.
Oh, we didn't give out a mock drafter of the night.
Oh, it's clearly Daniel because he's got the A.
Okay, yeah, true. Congratulations,
mock drafter of the night. Zach, Gator fan. What spot are you both hoping for Zach and Badaki?
I want the one in a redraft league. I want CMC. I'll take the one. Otherwise, I would like to be in the top 4.
You know,
if I don't get top 4, I want to be 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like 8, 9, 10. I like that area. That feels comfy for me. 8, 9, 10. I would hate to be at the 12 in a redraft. In my opinion, and yeah,
we'll see. That's not terrible. You can still make moves. Okay, ready?
Ready. Should we go before we do this? Any rules we need to go by over? Just so we can clarify, or do you want to do that after?
We can go over the rules quickly. This is a 12-man PPR league. Okay. In your league, you will have. I'll just take you through the positions here. Okay. So your roster spots will be 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flexes. Okay. 2 flexes. And we kept the kickers and defenses in there just for the lulls. We think it's fun to play with them every once in a while. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bench spots. Okay. It is 6-point touchdown league. Okay. So for quarterbacks, 6-point passing touchdowns. Waivers are fab. Okay. So you have $200 of fab.
I'll pull it up here
to spend throughout the year. And yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. When it comes to trades, the only way to veto a trade is if literally everyone in the league, except for the people involved, agree to veto a trade. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that is completely the power. We don't want to take too much power as commissioners. We don't want to, overrule things if we see it unfit. But if 2 people make a trade and everyone else in the league disagrees, then we will have the opportunity to veto that. I will say it is very, very rare that a veto happens. Okay. It's not very common. So don't expect it to happen all that much. And you guys need to be aware that your trades, they have consequences. If you don't research, if you don't, do your proper work on a trade and you make a trade, then your trades have consequences. The only time we will potentially veto it is if it impacts the entire league in a negative way potentially. And I think Dynasty is pretty much we had to do one veto, and that's just because it couldn't affect the entire future of that Dynasty league. So it's not going to happen often. It could happen, but not often. Hopefully,
not gonna happen, but it could happen.
Yeah.
I just realized I didn't know we were doing defense and kickers. That's kind of cool. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Look, defense and kickers, it's just a fun little add-on, honestly, in a redraft league. We don't do it for Dynasty, but I think in redraft, it's just fun to have them there. Okay, should we start this?
Yeah, let's do it. Are we how's it go again? You go first or I go first?
No, we grab a piece of paper
at the same time. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
You already had it in your hand before you finished the countdown. Here we go. And the first pick in the 2021 redraft league is too much. All right. Are you saying the number? Okay.
Pick number.
Number is 11.
And the name is Perk. So that is Steve Perkins drafting at the 11 spot there. I don't know if y'all can see this. Yep, you can see that.
Perk,
Steve
and once
Perk
again,
drafting at the 11.
That's the number 11 there.
Okay.
Here we go.
Next position here.
Here we go. Something special. Something special with the next pick.
All right, 3
in the draft.
2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead. You do your thing.
Okay, next pick in the draft is I don't even have the name. Gosh, it's so hard to open it. Here we go. Number is 5.
And the name is Killer K.
Killer K.
Which I'm pretty sure is Kendall. Killer K at the 5, baby. Killer K at the 5.
Killer K at the 5. All right. Another pick here. We're on the clock. Next pick in the redraft league. Alpha division. This is the first alpha one.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, you lead the way here.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Third pick, technically. Well, the third option. Number is lucky number 7. Here we go.
That is Ed Mack, a.k.a. OJ Splashing, baby.
This is the first time OJ Splashing wasn't in the draft.
There you go.
Mr. Mack here.
At the 1-7.
Gator says, I'm predicting you guys will either be at the opposite ends of the draft board or back to back. I mean, at the moment, let's fill out the bottom. Hopefully 12 can get filled out by somebody besides me. I just don't want to
be 12. I'm like, oh, okay. Don't be 12.
3, 2, 1. Another pick in this Alpha Redraft League. This is a big number here. 2.
That goes to Dan. Big shout out to Danny boy. Dan's at the 2 spot.
Here we go.
Little known fact, Dan is actually my father.
Oh, Randy Dan Savage.
That's right. He's been supporting us from day one. He was like, hey, I'm supporting you. I better get in on one of these leagues. I was like, Dad, don't stress. Don't stress. I'll get you in one of the leagues.
Here we go.
He's like, I'm paying for the leagues. I better play in one. Now he's drafting out the 2.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Got a piece of paper here.
I got a name.
Here we go. Number is 10.
And that is Death Dealers at the 10 spot, baby.
Death
Dealers. Bang, bang. All right, so 12 still out there, 1 still out there. Some people one of us is going to be really disappointed.
Oh, yeah, we are going to be. So 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 12 is currently still available for this redraft league. Here we go. 3,
I'm
2,
nervous, bro.
1.
Okay. I have the name.
I have a number. Number is 3.
And the name is Billy.
Oh my
Billy
goodness.
Spriggs at the 3.
You kind of killed me.
You thought I
there.
was gonna say Badaki, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I don't like yours.
That's kind of death, man. That's death. That's death. Brother. Okay, here we go.
Hey, 3 spot's nice. I like the 3 spot.
Here we go. Change it
I'm
up.
getting more worried now because I'm about to get screwed.
Here we go.
All right, I got a name.
3, 2. Okay, I got a name. I got a number. Picked it up with these fingers here. Let me open it up. All right, let me play the little sound. Number is 9.
And that is Dake like
Oh,
cake, baby.
and I just drafted for that position. Be careful. Talk it up. Change the atmosphere. Zach is pissed right now. He's either 1 or 12 for Zach.
I just don't want to be 12.
Chase still hasn't been picked.
Make me 12.
Let me know who hasn't been picked. Chase, I think Chase is still available.
Cowboy still available.
Who else?
There's 1,
Billy
2,
Cowboy
3.
still available. Killer
There's 5
Death.
names still.
Jack is still available. OJ.
There's 5 names here.
Okay. OJ Splash. All right, here we go. Ready? 3.
Yeah.
2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. And I'm opening it up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Either 12 or 1 with that reaction.
Number 1.
Number 1 is John K.
John K.
John K's at the 1 spot. I was hoping that was going to be 12.
Who's John K?
John Kovashkish.
Oh yeah, John. He's in our dynasty as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Chase, Zach, Cowboy.
Please. Just
You have the
12.
4, the 6, the 8, and the 12 still available here.
Give me the 4 or 8, baby. Give me
Ladies
the 4
and gentlemen, here we go.
Please, the 4 or
Mix
8.
it up one more time here. If you want to join our redraft or dynasty leagues and you like the anticipation that is being built up currently, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. We have 6 more spots in our dynasty and our redraft leagues are filling up here currently. And this is another big one. Number 12.
Thank God. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who's
Jack.
that?
I'm so sorry, Jack.
Jack? All right.
Jack is going to be watching this later.
Jack, all right. So Zach and Chase and Cowboy have curved the bullet, which means 4, 6, and 8 are currently still available.
This is Jack from New York, and Jack is the sacrificial lamb for us all. Unfortunately, he's
Jack,
taking the
it's
12.
okay. Cowboy was saying he'll take the 12. John, number 1. He was in the chat the whole time. All love for you, John. Make sure you like this video, follow us on Twitch, and subscribe to the channel. I'm over here talking as if like. Here we go. Here we go. Big ones now. Big ones.
Please.
Here we go. Here we go. Number 6.
And that is Chase. He's probably going to take Jalen Hurts at the 1.6. Am I right?
Hurts at the 1.6, probably.
Yeah. That 6
he
spot
said
is
no.
going to be tough with that first pick at the 6. That's going to be tough, bro.
He didn't want 6. Why are you saying no, bro?
I think 6 is fine.
6
it's just
is
like,
so bad.
hopefully there's more clarity on who's the right pick.
That's
at that
where
point.
that's where he just drafted. Or you just drafted.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
didn't like it.
Here we go.
All right.
Last 2
this
here.
is between me and Cowboy, I think.
4 and 8 currently. I have
All right.
Cowboys always last according to him.
Okay, I have a name.
Number 8. Is that Cowboy?
All right. That's Cowboy.
Cowboy. That means Zach.
Cowboy at the 8, which means
That means
I
Zach
should
is
be the
number
last
4.
name. Boom.
That means
I'm
Zach,
at 4.
once again here. I didn't open this one. If you guys do want to see it, just so we are all in the clear, this is number 4 for Zach. So once again, I'll reiterate this board. You have John, number 1, 101, Dan, 102, Billy, 103, Zach, 104, Killer K, 105, Chase, 106, Ed Mac, 107, Killer Cowboy, or MF Cowboy, 108. Then me at the 1.9, Death Dealer, 110, Perkins, 111, and Jack.
I can actually probably update the draft order right now on Sleeper. Let's see, draft settings.
I love that from Ed. That's
Who's 1?
John.
John is 1. That's right.
Then
okay.
2.
Who's 2?
Randy Dan Savage.
Randy Dan.
3 is
Who's
Billy.
3?
Billy Spriggs.
Billy.
4 is you. 5 is Killer K. 6 is Chase. 7 is Ed Mac.
Hold on. 5 is Killer K.
Chase is 6.
Chase is 6.
7 is Ed Mac.
Give me a second. Sorry. Okay, here we go. 7 Ed Mac. Which is OJ. 8. Cowboy.
8 Cowboy. And then 9 is me.
9 is Badek Like Cake.
10 is Death Dealer.
10 is Death Dealer.
11 is Perkins. And 12 is Jack. Once that's updated,
Perkins,
I'll actually pull that up for the squad to kind of see it. Just have a great visual. There's a lot of questions here. Can you trade picks? It's looking like. Look, that's a good question. You know, Zach and I were thinking about that. We've never done trades in a redraft league.
Yeah. I think that's something that we're going to have to vote on, to be honest. I think draft pick trading makes a lot of sense in Dynasty. I'm not sure that it makes as much sense in redrafts because there is no future draft picks that you can trade. So, yeah, we're going to have to put that to a vote, honestly, and just see, what the overall consensus is.
Yeah. Here is the draft board.
I'm personally leaning towards like it not being the case, but if there's enough people who are like, yeah, let's do it. We can do it then,
Yeah.
We'd love to hear if anyone's in the league right now, what your thoughts are. But we'll definitely put that to a vote and then just kind of see what the consensus is, I reckon.
Yeah. Chase says he votes no. Well, we're gonna put it in the chat. But check out the draft board here. This is currently the draft board. It looks like we have 3 New York Giants fans in this league here, which is absolutely amazing. Once again, John.
It's just disgusting.
John at the 101. I mean, CMC. I expect CMC, then Dalvin, Alvin. Zach probably going to go with probably Derrick Henry.
I feel like Derrick Henry could slip up there.
Yeah, you just never know. Killer K there. I mean, I don't know who he's going to take. Chase. Chase won't take Say. You're scared. You're scared taking him at the 6. OJ Splash probably takes Say, in my opinion. Cowboy, you actually have no idea what the man's going to do. 1.9. I can't tell you.
1.9.
I just can't tell you.
Let's see.
There's already a trade on the block. They didn't waste no time.
I'm just going to turn off draft trading for 1 second just because we need to vote on that first. Let's see. How do I actually turn that off?
Here, I can try to do that. Look, guys, if you guys still in here and you guys are part of this league, don't trade just yet. Okay. We're gonna discuss it.
I just updated that. We're gonna have to vote on that first.
Yeah, we're gonna vote. I know it's mental, but a lot of people want to. Some people like it in redraft. Some people don't. Some people like. Well, Dynasty, I feel like it's a must to trade before. Like it's an absolute guarantee that everyone's gonna be trading. But yeah, let's see what happens. But this is a good one. I like it. 1.9. I feel cozy there. Chase was right. He was like, yeah, you guys will either be on the same side on the either side of the board there. 200 IQ.
I mean, there's not very many options. Other than that,
Doing like
he's
Q
like,
from
I'm gonna
Chase.
tell you what, bro. Hot take. You guys are definitely gonna be on the board somewhere. Both of you.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't Chase that said that. GG's. I thought it was you, Chase.
Hey guys,
I think it was Gator
I'm just
fan,
putting
maybe.
a text in the chat.
Okay. We put text in the chat, but we'll put a vote in. But this is all love. Get geared up for tomorrow, everyone. Same this time tomorrow. We're gonna be doing our live Dynasty draft with our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm hyped for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to be drafting between Cowboy and Death Dealer because I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you probably have an understanding what Billy can do. Killer K, you probably don't. But on the
No, I mean I think that's what's hard is like
at least we draft with
we
Billy a
haven't
lot.
played Dynasty with a lot of these guys yet. So
Yeah.
or sorry, redraft.
We redrafts, with Billy a lot. Cowboy, we haven't. I think I mock draft with him 1 or twice. Chase, he does all the time. Death Dealer, I never seen him in a redraft. Perkins always is in one. Jack at the 1.12 is always in one. Your dad is going to be a huge question mark. I wonder what the hell he's going to do.
So I put it in this chat. I said, "Hey, we need to vote on this. Reply yes or no." And then Chase he actually made a poll, and I was like, "Yeah, that makes more sense."
You stupid.
Dexton said he likes my beard. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that.
Honestly, Dexton, bro, we're in lockdown.
Yeah.
We're in lockdown. We can't do anything about it. I can't get a haircut. Usually I'm looking spiffy. Go back in our old videos. Look at how clean I look.
Bro, you still look clean.
I'll look at this. This looks terrible. This is a month without a haircut. See that?
Yeah, well, same here, bro. Like
An edge.
My stuff is like
I'm just trying to get lined up,
Because I had a bald head like less than 6 months ago. I had a
Yeah.
shaved head, so I've been growing my stuff back.
I'm trying to get lined
all
up.
this stuff is just like I need a fade, and
Yeah.
I can't leave my house.
Yeah, you can't leave it. I usually have my hair. I get my fade over here,
Looks bad.
and then I get my eyebrows done. I get my beard. Man, I'm a pretty boy, honestly.
Yeah, bro.
All
right, we should probably end the stream.
Yeah. All right, yeah,
if you want to be a part of a league with us, okay, you can join Redraft and Dynasty. Patreon.com/FantasylandFan. The link is in the description. We have a podcast. We have 2 more podcasts coming out this week. Stay tuned to our YouTube page. We're going to release some videos. We're going to release some podcasts.
Yeah.
Big week coming up, man. Big week.
Big.
Appreciate everyone.
Yeah, all love. Yeah, we're in lockdown here because we don't have any vaccines to give out. It's really hard to get vaccines, and people don't want to get vaccines here in Australia. So, but that's changing very, very fast because we've been locked down for 2 months. But all love, y'all. It's huge, huge love. Thank you so much for supporting. Patreon.com/FantasylandFam. If you want to join a redraft or Dynasty League, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow on Twitch and on YouTube. It really helps us out. But thank you so much for supporting the show.
He said, see you guys next week. I guess he's going to go on auto draft tomorrow. We'll see.
Chase, it's mental. Get me out your head. All right. Later, y'all.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
All love.